We're now with the criminal court clerk, and Howard, welcome, and if you can introduce yourself and your colleagues, and then make whatever budget presentation you like.
Thank you. My name is Howard Gentry. I'm the criminal court clerk, and with me is Tommy Bradley, chief clerk, and we're here today to say that last year was this year has been a very successful year, and I don't know in the criminal court world whether that's a great thing to say or not, but as it relates to the operations of our office and what we're required to do, I'd like to think that is a positive thing. We've got 80 employees that work very hard, and they all come to work understanding that our service to the public and to our constituents is what's most important. And so we're really excited about that. We've had a lot of accomplishments this year, and we're excited about that. Again, we've had a lot of business. We've had over 280,000 docketed events. We're averaging about 1,100 files that are touched daily, and that doesn't include our public records requests, new filings, and other initiatives. We've processed almost 97,000 warrants and citations. We've had almost 155,000 subpoenas generated. And one thing that I'm excited about is that we have processed almost 29,000 expungements, and 2 years ago we were averaging about 9,000, and so that has increased tremendously, over 19% over last year. And expungements are very important because one thing, that's one less record that we don't have to maintain. The other is that the persons who have records that are expungible are able to have those records removed and move on with their lives, and it gives them opportunities to get employment, housing, and other things. So it's a win-win, and we've done this through a very a proactive approach. We partner with school systems, and we have a quarterly activity called Bringing Justice to You, and that is where we invite families of Metro School children to be a part, and we have expungement and driver's license sessions. And through that effort, we have the Public Defender's Office, and also on those quarterly initiatives, we have even Judge Moreland is there. So we're able to accomplish a lot there. But our office also does the same initiative on a smaller scale on a weekly basis. And we, monthly with Goodwill, but weekly with Tommy Bradley and Howard Gentry, because we go out individually and collectively to churches and other organizations to talk about that. But our Goodwill monthly initiative is a collaboration of nonprofits around the city that come together to bring people into the room for those same efforts. Our website, and of course JIS will come forward later, but we want to thank JIS because our website is now named one of the top 10 court websites by the Forum on the Advancement of Court Technology for 2013, and we're very proud of that because we're able to put that stamp on our website. Not just that we can put a stamp on it, but our website provides a lot of technological help for attorneys, for the persons within the criminal justice, criminal court system, and others to utilize, and it cuts down on time and effort of the people that we serve. So we're very proud of that, and we hope we'll be able to put a 2014 stamp on there also. Our total revenue this year is $10,799,000, and that's a 16.4% increase. Now that also includes Metro, state, and assorted related funds. Our Metro revenue projections for 2013 were $5,562,000 and $62,800. Our metro revenue, our actual was $6,444,575, and that's almost $881,000 over our projection. And so we're excited about that. Our expenses for this year were $464,500. And again, we're excited about that because we were able to save over $150,000 this year. We talk about that because it's important, I think, for you to know and for the city to know is that we always are able to come in under budget as it relates to our expenses. And we are always able to come in over our projections, and sometimes higher, sometimes lower, but over the last 8 years, we've been averaging about $1 million over projections. So we're proud of the fact that we finish the year every year at no cost to Metro, and hopefully every year we'll be able to continue to provide revenue. As it relates to our current budget, our budget for 2014 is $441,800, and of course the mayor has asked us to take a 3% reduction as it relates to our budget numbers, and so we did place a 3% reduction, which is a total of $154,600, and so our budget request, our budget after that reduction is $5,287,200. As we look at this and, and understand that that was the request, that does impact us, as it would everyone, but it impacts us as far as I'm concerned. I've been in this office now, this is my third budget hearing, and each year when I've come to this hearing, we have not been fully staffed as it relates to the positions that we have the ability to staff. This time, we're at 80 employees, and what I can tell you, having been at 80 employees over a good period of time, is that our people are working. Everybody has a full load, and this reduction would impact us as relates to 3 positions, and those 3 positions would affect our ability to serve the public in the way that we would like to serve the public, and I think in the way the public deserves to be served. And there's another thing that we have done is we got the website recognition. We've also attempted over the last few years, and specifically this year, to bring about opportunities in technology for the court system, for our office, for the people who utilize our office. We're trying to step that up. We need to step that up. Around the country, the criminal court systems are going paperless. They are providing opportunities for attorneys to file without having to come into the office, and that just makes a more efficient, streamlined court system and in all areas. Well, unfortunately, even though we are receiving accolades, we are behind the 8 ball, so to speak, on nationally. And I know that everybody across from me wants us to be the best we can be, and I know you do all that you can to make sure that we have everything we need. I'm saying today, though, that the society is going to demand us to be better with technology, and it's going to demand that we move to another level, and we need to right now start preparing for that. So we have requested positions to assist us in preparing for that, and I'm not going to discuss those positions specifically. I would like for Tommy Bradley to do that as it relates to the improvement request, and also in mentioning that, Tommy, I would like for you to also talk about the position request for the domestic violence docket prep position.
Okay. Thank you. In regard to request that the office is making, we are requesting one full-time position in regard to the domestic violence assessment and the future docket planning that we've been working with closely with the General Sessions Courts, particularly Judge Dalton and Judge Robinson. They've kept us closely involved on basically a daily basis in preparing for the future of docket structure and understanding now a full-time dedicated domestic violence court. That would require us to have someone on staff to basically be the dedicated support person for the pre- and post-docket management of those dockets. Just to give you a quick summary, as you know, as I'm assuming you know, the way the docket structure is scheduled now, the judges rotate their schedules, so our in-court clerks are able to manage those dockets. During those weeks, the judges are in a civil docket or a traffic docket or a mental health docket. Those clerks are getting those dockets prepared and handling all the pre- and post-docket management. If we have a full-time docket, that particular clerk assigned to that domestic violence judge will not have those resources to be able to fill that time to get everything prepared, pre- and post-docket, get those dockets ready to go, issuing subpoenas, committals, releases, all the necessary documentation that would need to be followed up and prepared for those domestic violence dockets. In regard to the IT needs, we are requesting a one full-time project manager as well as 2 coders. We are asking that the coders actually be contract staff members. When I say 2 coders, we will be able to fund one of those ourselves through our dedicated technology funds that we receive from paid fines and court costs that the legislature set for us. In regard to the project manager, that person would be a full-time employee. We want to try to make that as attractive as possible to get a very good qualified person. Our intent is for those positions to be 5 years or less. We would like to partner with JIS. We have met with Judge Mondelli, director, the chair of JIS, and Ms. Steers, the director of JIS. Our intent is, and we make this clear, our intent is not to do anything outside of the existing JIS network. Our intent is actually to, as the hub of the entire court operation, we would like to focus these coders strictly on criminal court clerk needs, but that would also benefit various agencies within the court network, district attorney, public defender, probation, courts. So we would partner with them all the way through this project. Nothing would be done without JIS's involvement from day one. They would probably actually be assigned in their offices, but actually our staff members working solely for us and working solely on criminal court clerk related activities. Our intent is preliminary intent is to have one dedicated strictly to court related activity, and the other one at the beginning directly focused on finance court related activity, court cost billings, online payments, things of that nature, and reporting, state reporting to the Department of Revenue, those kind of things. So that's what we're looking to do. I think it would actually help move us to the next level. We obviously would take a lot of these initiatives and move us towards a more paperless initiative. Just to give you one quick example, one thing that we've had in the back of our mind is from a trial court perspective. You can imagine, as you remember, you filing your discovery request with the clerk's office. That's obviously paper, that's time. We would actually like to see that be filed electronically via our website by the defense bar. Once that is filed, that would actually send a notification to the district attorney that has been filed, and they're now on notice to respond to that. But eliminating paper with that. And so we would reach out to all these different various agencies and see how we could help them with those type of initiatives. So that is our intent. Our intent is actually to keep this a 5-year or less project. So we hope you look favorably on that idea.
So your request is the one domestic violence position in response to a new dedicated court?
Yes, sir.
And then 2 technology-related positions?
Correct.
It's really 3, but we will fund 1.
Yeah.
2 coders and a project manager.
Right.
But we would fund 1 of the coders. We have the resources to do that.
Okay. And what would the project manager do?
Project manager would be, as like an existing project manager that we currently have with JIS, is they are the ones that would work with us in developing the plan, the initiatives, make everybody stay on task, and keep that functionality moving forward at the pace that we want it to keep it moving. They're basically supervisor, for lack of a better term, to making sure these coders stay on track and on target and on time and under budget.
And we have over 200 projects, what would you
Yeah.
that are in the hopper right now. That and some of them might be kicked out, but the majority of them will stay. They just need to happen. They just do. And
What percentage now of your filings are done electronically?
There's paper in every single court file. Still, we scan the police use electronic citations, which is about half of the general sessions caseload now. It's about 50,000 of the 98,000 filings, but those are still printed and placed into the court file as it exists today. Our intent is actually to make that go away. The general sessions warrants, they're still electronic. They're in the system as an electronic document, but they are still printed out with the commissioner and the signature approving the warrant, and those are still hard copy in the files. Our intent was actually to take that paperless. We envision, with working with the courts and JIS and district attorney and public defender, is that hopefully within the next 5-year period, when the judge requests a file on the bench, they just pull it up on the screen versus asking the clerk for the file. We are close to with the warrant now, but when it comes to creating a judgment or probation order, those type of documents, we've got a long ways to go still.
Okay. Greg? Nothing. Rich? Got it? All right.
Thank you, Mayor.
Appreciate it.
Our goal is to make this happen, one way or the other. And just want to let you know that our projected revenue for 15 is $6.6 million, and we're about 75% there already. So I just want to kind of let you know that we're moving good this year too.
Good.
All right.
Appreciate it.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.